Yeah, as brothers, can we have a date together?
Okay. This is a hook.
Anyway, have a
All
date.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Than Meets the Eye, where we talk about content and businesses and stories beyond the product, beyond the service, and we pull back the curtain and see that there is who's there, what's going on behind it. Usually More Than Meets the Eye. Sometimes it's like there's more than meets the eye, and it's like a negative term. But we're trying to spin it positive. But also, I learned that it's part of the Transformers theme song. It's
That's
like
right,
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Well, today it's JT Visuals, more than meets the eye.
Nice. That's an introduction.
Well, today is all about purpose-driven content. So, whatever kind of content you're making out there to help your business or to help your marketing, whatever it is, we need to make sure that we're adding value out into the world instead of just trying to, brain rot people for money. You know what I mean? And I'm here with a very special guest. He is
Special
the
indeed.
First JT.
Yep. That's right.
This is Jonathan Taylor, my brother. So,
Yep.
say hello.
Hello. How's it going? Yeah.
If you've been thinking about making your own podcast like the one that you're watching or listening to right now, then JT Visuals is definitely the way to go. And that's JT Visuals without the I, because there's more than meets the eye. Podcasts for business are popping like crazy. Everyone and their mom is starting a podcast. Why should you start one? Well, because the truth is, it's actually still not too saturated. Not only do you get a show that's all about your business and bringing on guests and spotlighting them and stories, but you're also getting clips and media to put onto social media platforms. Whatever your vision is for your business that you want to accomplish and how you help people, social media is the outreach for that. And when you have a podcast show, it is the easiest way to get started and to conquer that social media that everyone's telling you you need to be doing. We will do everything, so all you have to do is help come up with topics in collaboration with us, show up for a couple hours, and then leave, and everything else is handled for you. We would love to have a quick call with you to see if podcasting is right for you and if JT Visuals is the way to go for you. Just go to our website at jtvisuals.com. That's jtvsuals.com. jtvsuals.com. And now back to the show.
So tell us like a bird's eye view of like an overview of like who you are, just kind of a little bit of background.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the first of 6 children. Where are you in the order? 3?
3.
Yeah.
First, middle.
3. Yeah. So the favorite in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Those sorts
My
of things.
name means favored.
Favored.
Actually, it doesn't. But
So I don't know what my name means. Friend of David? I don't know.
maybe.
I actually don't know. I don't get into those things. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, been this guy's brother my whole life and his whole life
Mine
as
too.
well. Yeah. Or actually not my whole life. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. But anyway.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Not my whole life. But anyway, yeah, no, it's great to come on here. Jared has taught me a lot about media and just how to use it in valuable ways. And I'll talk about some things here in a minute, like how you encouraged me in getting started with these things. But
that's awesome.
yeah, but I'm Jonathan, got a beautiful family, wife, 2 kids. We're excited to hit the Royals game tonight, the Sporting KC game tomorrow night.
Oh.
But we live in
Wait,
Middle
weren't we gonna
Tennessee.
go?
So yeah.
I don't think we got tickets.
What were you supposed to go?
I thought that we
I
were
might have
trying
2
to.
extra tickets tonight. Just saying, maybe.
Hey, if we can, I want to go.
If you and Theo want to go or something like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey. So Jonathan, okay, let me preface this. With 6 people, 5 other siblings growing up that way, it explains a lot about my character because being right in the middle, I'm in between a lot of everyone. And so from my perspective, I get really good at selective hearing. And I do it subconsciously and don't even know that I'm doing it, which is why I don't think it should be called selective hearing sometimes. But I'm like a quiet extrovert a lot of times. And I think that's because of growing up around noise. And so,
You were the quiet kid for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, you were a quiet one.
it was like kind of outside the family to kind of find my
Yeah.
voice on my own and all that.
Yeah.
But there's different ways that I relate to every single person, every single family member. And for you, it's we always had things in common when it comes to like theology or when it comes to living abroad. We've both lived in different countries, and so we've kind of always overlapped there.
Yeah.
And then while I was living abroad, I remember you talking about that you were looking into starting something or
Yeah.
joining something. And I was like, man, if only I was stateside, I think we would start a business
Yeah. I
together.
was trying to convince you to
something
move to
like-
Florida. So
That's
we
what it
could,
was,
yeah,
wasn't it?
trying to convince you to move to Florida so we
Yeah.
could start like a media business together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that would have been awesome. But, where we were and it just didn't make sense at the time.
Well, you were in Africa.
Yeah. We were putting the freak in Africa.
Yeah. That's funny.
Have you heard
No, I've never heard that. And I hope I never do again.
Hey, so he's honest. So it's funny, like being around sometimes other people too, because sometimes you're the translator of like, actually, this is what he means.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to have family members around that get it and grew up the same way. And I just wanted to say that like it's really cool, the inspiration that you've been to me and the only older brother that I have. And so it's been cool to see you lead through things. And I know that you're probably like, well, I'm just figuring it out, but like that's the whole thing. And so it was an
I know
honor.
I'm good. I know I'm good. Yeah. No,
But it was an honor when you started asking about media and making video content and things. And man, like to have someone who wants it and to have passion for it is awesome, because you say 2 sentences and they go and make a book out of it.
Yeah.
They're going to run with it. And that was you. You ran with it because you were definitely still self-taught. I just feel like I kind of pointed and shortcutted some things.
Yeah, you've certainly helped me be successful in the video world that I'm not professional or on, JT Visuals level or even have my own company or anything
I
like
could
that.
disagree, actually.
But yeah.
I could, because there was a video that you did make, and I was like, holy moly. Can we talk about that one?
Was that the Out of Egypt video?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I call that one my masterpiece. I have
It
not
was
been able
awesome.
to accomplish that again yet.
Yeah.
But that was fun, yeah.
It was cool. It was actually pretty
I actually brought in some
cinematic.
friends to act out some of the scenes, and yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
I thought you did really good on that.
Thanks.
And now, the purpose of this episode, because this is content too that
Yeah.
we're recording, and we want this kind of content to have a purpose. And the purpose of it is to communicate having purpose-driven content for you. It's kind of meta.
How many times can you say the word
Yeah.
purpose?
Yeah. I can say it a
You
million
can say
times.
it a lot.
But another way of saying that was like, I've gone and done several different kinds of video projects for people, but it feels so good and meaningful when you can do the kind of content that ends up impacting people in their lives. And there's and it draws people closer to God, or it draws people or it inspires people to take action in their life to live better lives. And I've always found that to be more meaningful and fulfilling for me to kind of do that. And it feels like I'm actually accomplishing a purpose. And so that's what I mean by purpose-driven content, is making things that's not just going to be out there just to get clicks, but it'll actually follow through. And I think it's very important that we need to do that in business world. It creates way more credibility being able to do that.
Well, especially in a world becoming more and more accepting of AI stuff. And I was reading an article recently about a guy. He was talking about how you better build up a good community. If you want to be successful on YouTube, for example, you better build up a good community of actual people and actually bring value to these people, because AI is going to saturate the content world.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
I've kind of thought about that just because people are doing that on YouTube and they're selling it too.
Mhm.
They're like, hey, I built a YouTube channel and it's AI driven, it's faceless, and then they're selling the channel and they're like, the channel's already monetized. I don't know why they're selling it then if it's monetized and runs itself. But then they go and they sell it to someone who's going to but now YouTube's trying to make you mark if it's AI content. And sometimes that's okay.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
AI voiceover, AI photos,
Sure.
just Ken Burns kind of zooming in and out on photos just to get quick info.
Yeah.
And some of that's kind of good, but we're all here to be a community too. And so
Yeah.
to see faces and
Right.
relate to real people, real situations is
Yeah. So if you can create content that actually brings value to people, that's what you want to talk about
Yeah.
right now. Like this idea of, hey, like this is actually going to be beneficial to you. Whether you're talking about, growing a skill or, just learning how to be a better person, or it goes deeper. Like if you want to, your walk with Christ, for example. Purpose driven
Have you
content.
seen like okay, let's dive to the like seemingly not like purposeful driven content, but then purpose was created out of it. And this is a point of us being able to reminisce. So there was a video. I wish we could pull it up, but I don't think it's digitized, or if it is, it'll take a lot of effort to get it. But there's a video we made. We grew up, with the camcorders and everything. And
Dude, the big old, shoulder. If you ever watched the TV show Goldbergs, like that was what I had growing up, like that camera. And my
yeah.
aunt and uncle gave it to me. They're like, Jonathan, this is the most expensive Christmas present we've ever given anyone.
Who
And it
was
was
that?
their aunt, Uncle Mike, Aunt Shauna.
Oh.
And they were like, but it was just their old VHS camcorder. But as like an 8-year-old, I was stoked. I had that thing for a long time. Shot as many videos as I could.
Wow. See, I didn't even know that
Yeah.
perspective.
But yeah, it was just they were joking about it. Originally, it was super expensive. They probably spent, $1,500 on it or something.
Wow.
But then it was old, not obsolete yet, but old. And they're like, here you go.
Yeah. So like sometimes you're just kind of practicing and kind of using a skill to create entertainment, which could bring laughter, which can help people. Well, I came in like maybe at the mini DV stage.
Yeah.
Like Dad's Sony Handycam thing
I remember.
and all that. And then Aunt Shawn and Uncle Mike, I would use their camera a lot too and record over stuff.
Yes.
I think we both recorded over stuff.
Listen,
You used to go and record
I
over
would
home
record
videos.
over home videos on accident, thinking it was a blank tape and get in trouble. Like, that was just the birth of our 7th child.
And it was like
we don't
some
have 7
TV
children.
show.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
It was just like
It was
QVC
something
or
ridiculous.
something.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, but those were good times
Yeah.
though. Like we made what was the one
Crash
Boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what
Were you guys sitting down?
Yeah, exactly. That's an inside joke. You might be part of one of those one day. But this is that we just had so much fun with all that stuff. And it really drove the desire to use it like later on in life.
Yeah. But we had the whole technique of redo by rewinding and then pausing and then hitting record again.
Yeah.
And that was our editing.
Was exactly. There was no control B. Like you had to
Control B.
Yeah, like I use Final Cut, so like Blade. It's B for Blade.
Oh,
cut
you're
the timeline.
Final Cut.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm team Final Cut. It's just that's what I'm using. I'm trying to get into DaVinci a little bit, so my coloring can
Team DaVinci.
So my coloring can get better, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there. Like Final Cut it was easy, and
it's not bad.
For me it was like easy, and it's the thing that the videos I was creating, like I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was just telling stories.
Yeah.
So it was perfect.
Yeah, and it's really just whatever gets the job done.
Yeah.
Right. Because the story is the most important part. And the purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that those childhood years, you made all kinds of like really, you surpassed me. I feel like I would get you guys started on something, and you would just like go beyond. I got started with guitar, and then all of a sudden, you and Andrew, our other brother, are like rock stars, And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And then same thing
You
with the
need
video.
you need a
Like,
spark of jealousy, and then you
yeah.
really get motivated.
But my wife says the same thing. She says I steal her hobbies all the time.
Oh.
So video would be one of those because when we were married and we were doing cross-cultural work in Ecuador, and we had to make videos for churches so that they could like see and stuff like that. And she made the very first one. And I saw what she did and how she created a story out of it and and threw pictures on and all of this. And I was like, how did you do that? Like, up to that point, my video experience was, the thing on the shoulder, click, and then
Yeah.
stop the scene and click. And I had no idea about this digital editing world at that point. I mean, this is 2009-ish, maybe 2010, somewhere around there. And I just had not gotten into it. And then when I saw what she was able to accomplish, and I was like, I got this. Right. And then from
Yeah.
there, I just started, doing things. And then we had a somewhat decent camera. It was one of those point and shoots at the time, but it was a Canon something or other.
Yeah,
And
like a Canon Rebel or something.
Yeah, and you took it from me and you're like, hey, if you do all this in the manual settings, blah, blah, blah. And you like shot a video with it. And I'm like, how in the world does this look like this? I don't understand what you just did.
It's not about the camera, it's about the person using the camera.
Well, it's
and the story.
understanding lighting and settings and
Yeah.
and
But you
all
know who
those
taught me
things.
that actually first?
Who?
Full circle, back to your wife, Lexi.
Hmm.
Props to her. She told me because I was able to ask a human and she can answer in a way that I could understand.
Yeah, ChatGPT wasn't around yet.
Yeah, well, Google was, but Google would send you 12 different results.
It would be difficult
and then it would
to
be
figure
a
out.
huge, long blog of like the reason why they even wrote the blog first. And it was like, come on, just tell me the answers.
Yeah.
So it was easier to ask her.
In person's always better.
Yeah, and then so I understood the photography side of it from her, which was like lenses and how they have f-stops.
Right.
And when you close down the f-stop, the number actually goes up.
Yeah.
And then that decreases the amount of light that comes in, but it also changes the depth of field.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the sharpness.
Yeah. And so if this was around
2009,
2009, 2010, when did you graduate high school?
2010.
Okay. So yeah, you're like, hey, yeah, at that point. But I just remember you took it from me and you're like, do all this. And then you shot it. And I was like, that looks incredible. And then from there, you taught me a couple things. And my wife also, the same things that you're talking about right now. She clued me in. And I could, we had the nifty 50. And that was the only thing I would shoot video with.
Yeah.
The only thing. And I blurred everything. I was always down to that 1.8, I think it was or 1.9. It was super cool. And so we went to Ecuador for our ministry. And during that time, I was like, typically as a cross-cultural worker, you're sending in letters every month to the churches and partners that support you to do the ministry. And in this case, I was like, forget the letters. We're shooting video. And so we were sending 2 to 3 minute video updates to all of our supporters back in,
we did
2013, 14.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
We did
15.
2 video updates, and I found that people responded better to those.
Mm-hmm.
And I always called them the updates.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's something that's funny is like I forgot that they still exist. And I've actually come across some of them again. And I look back and like even like just because I understood a little bit of depth of field stuff and a little bit of light. The audio is trash, but the visual is actually pretty decent. And it's so cool to like actually look back on that and see it and listen to the stories we were telling.
What do you think the biggest game changer was for you? Of
for
something
video
that you learned in the creative video process?
Settings and lighting.
On the
settings and lighting.
Yeah.
In fact, like we need to get to where we're talking about a ministry that's really cool here in a minute.
Yep.
That's using media very purposefully. But let's tell the story first. So I was a school teacher in Orlando, and I was at a little Christian school, and they came to me. I had been teaching there like 2 years. I was teaching Bible. And then they came to everyone my 3rd year, and they said, hey, we want to get some elective classes going. And they said, does anyone have any ideas? And I was like, I have an idea. Like, because we had just finished being in Ecuador where I was learning to do some video. And at that point,
Mhm.
we had a Canon T3i. Woohoo! And
Dude, you sent me footage once,
Mhm.
and I edited it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay,
You were
nice.
in the streets.
I do not even remember, man.
Yeah.
I do not
I
even
remember.
remember. My memory's trash. But anyway, we're there, and I had that love, and then, at this point, because we moved back to the States, I finally got my first iPhone.
Mm.
Like, iPhone 6 was my first one,
Oh,
and
really?
I was like, these shoot pretty good video." And so, I had just, a couple years later, when they're asking for these elective classes, I had upgraded to an iPhone XR.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
a big jump.
So they're like, "Anyone have any ideas?" I was like, "I do." Like, what if we do, what if you do a class where we teach kids how to create cinematic film
Mm.
using just their cell phone? Well, at this point,
Oh.
I didn't even understand the word cinematic.
Yeah. I mean, half the people still don't.
Yeah.
It's just like, because I think people get too deep into the word
Yeah.
cinematic.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, it's okay. Just because you filmed a wedding doesn't mean it's not cinematic. Cinematic literally just means it's movie-like.
Right.
Movie-like quality.
Right. Mhm. Yeah, like good quality. It's
Yeah.
got some movement in it, different angles,
Right.
shots, like, but some good coloring perhaps.
Yes.
That's actually very important to that. But anyway,
Teal and orange.
yeah, exactly. So I didn't understand that though, but I went ahead and started the class, and it was a hit. Like,
Mm.
because we didn't have equipment to do
Yeah.
this class. There wasn't a budget to do this class, but all the kids had their iPhones, and there was like 2 in the class that had an Android, and we just left
Mhm.
them out. But no, I'm just kidding. That was more difficult because I didn't understand,
You know, it's
the
required
apps
here
and
that
stuff like
everyone
that.
is Team Apple just because of the creative
Yeah,
qualities
no,
and
I mean,
workflows.
I know it helps so
Yeah.
much, and I know that there's other good workflows and stuff out there too, but it just helps. Anyway, so I started teaching the class, and because of teaching that class, well, every week I had to come up with lesson plans. So
Mm.
I'm researching and learning how to, do things differently. How not differently, but better. How to do things well with my phone and stuff like that. And so the first year, we kind of learned some things, but also we became like the announcement people. So all of a sudden, the school
Oh,
had
yeah.
a morning announcements, and I'm like, guys, you've got to stop asking us to do morning announcements. It takes up 45 minutes of our 50-minute class. Like, it's just not. So we're not even getting to learn anything new at all.
Mm.
And so that happened through the first year. But by the second year, I had actually written and learned. I had actually learned and written a little bit of curriculum for it.
Mm.
And so it actually took off a lot. And I didn't even have a DSLR at this point anymore. We had sold our Canon T3i because we weren't using it. Our 10th anniversary was coming up. We were completely broke, and we really wanted to go see Hamilton. So we sold our
You sold the
Canon
cameras to go see
T3i.
it. Dang.
No, not just for that, but it was for other reasons too. But
Okay.
that money helped pay for that. It was our 10th anniversary, man. We had to do something good.
Uh-huh.
And the camera
I
had
get
sat
it.
collecting dust for 2 years. So,
Oh.
yeah. So at that
Well,
point,
you know what they say is like,
I regret it, but yeah.
like date the body, but marry the lenses.
Yeah.
So maybe you should have
We
kept
should
the
have kept the
lenses.
lenses. Absolutely. At least a
Yeah.
couple of them.
You had some good ones, I thought.
Yeah. But I wasn't going to get back into that stuff at that point.
Right.
In fact, selling that camera was before this class started. So,
Mm.
yeah. Anyway, but to bring that full circle, or I don't know if I should say that yet, full circle, but anyway, so like that, I did that class for 2 years. And then at the end of those 2 years, I stepped down from teaching and joined a really cool global organization, which you know all about.
Mm-hmm.
But this organization does cross-cultural gospel work all around the world, but we do it through the nationals that are in their own cultures and contexts.
Because they can be more effective.
They can be very effective. We still need cross-cultural workers to go and live, but our role specifically is to just simply come alongside those that already exist in their own culture and context and help them go further in their ministries where they are, and then also help send them to other countries that are closed off, especially that we can't even go at all. And so what happened, so I joined this organization because I loved the model of what it did, and I love cross-cultural work. And so we joined this organization, but the draw was they were looking for people skilled in media.
Mm.
Now, if I met that criteria totally, I don't know, but they accepted me, and we went through the whole process. We were
Yeah.
approved and became part of all of it.
And since then, I noticed like it felt like, from my perspective, it was as if you found the calling and the purpose that God had for you.
Yes, good job. Way to bring that back. But I mean, very much so. So we took this class that I had created from scratch, and we were able to use those very specific things to then go and teach nationals in their own countries how to use media and video skills for the purpose of the gospel going out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And so we were able to get involved in those things. We've been able to help in a couple of different regions with that. We've been invited to help teach a team of ministry leaders how to effectively use video and photography and social media in their ministry so that they can use it more. It's a little bit more open there. So, and then we are heavily involved in the Middle East. The Middle East is extremely closed off, but we've got an open door to serve with some nationals, and one ministry in particular utilizes media for the entire region.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they're creating very purpose-driven content, extremely purpose-driven content.
Yeah. How far in detail can you get with that?
Yeah, I can share a little bit.
Like kind of what it is and or how
Yeah.
they use it, people cussing at them on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. I mean, basically,
Yeah.
it's in Arabic, so I don't understand it. But yeah, but yeah. So they have like really incredible ministry where they utilize social media for getting the gospel out to the masses, and we're talking about the Middle East. So Christ is very much needed to be heard there, and so they use this content to basically share the gospel with people all across the Middle East, and they've got thousands of followers on Facebook and TikTok and things like that.
Because the algorithm, like YouTube doesn't care about like a lot of restrictions, right?
Yeah, well, and actually, they're not
So-
even utilizing YouTube hardly right now.
Oh.
It's all Facebook, TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Facebook is really big over there.
Okay.
And then TikTok is obviously TikTok's big everywhere, but
Yeah.
but yeah, and so like
Crazy.
so they put out this content though, and what's incredible about it is this is a time in history when the people of the majority religion there, you can guess what that is, they are searching for truth. They The internet has changed so much, not just for us here in the States, but for parts of the world like that. It's changed so much. And so people are really curious, like what is out there? What is the truth? Like what's going on? And so that's where this type of content comes in. They're putting out incredible videos like during the big I'm trying to be careful in my words, my word choice here, but there's a month when everyone fasts, right? And they're required to do this for their religion. So this crew puts out a video, really well done, really big hook, a video about fasting. And is fasting what actually brings you closer to God, or is it, or is fasting like required, or like, and they just go into this and really
So
challenge.
it's relevant.
Exactly.
And then, because that's where I think like branding and marketing really is too.
Mhm.
And like, even though the purpose is different, it's still like a branding and marketing. You got to use the same techniques. And it's got to be curiosity driven to get clicks.
Right.
And then
They are very good at that.
yeah, and that's what we try to do too. And like we try to drive curiosity in the titles rather than just titles.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And because that'll get people to click. However, like we try to also follow through because there's a whole negative side of clickbait and stuff. It's like it's not wrong to clickbait. What was wrong is if you do it with vain. like
Yeah.
vanity, and there's nothing there, and you just did it to get a click and mislead people. It's deceptive.
Right.
That's when it's wrong. But if you actually follow through, then it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they're using those techniques too,
Right.
whether they know it or not. They probably know it, but
Yeah.
driving
No,
curiosity.
it's very intentional. It's thought out. They know what they're doing. They're careful in it as well. And one of the things that typically happens, like so they don't think of it as, oh, cool, we put a video out. I mean, they think of it as, all right, Lord, how are you going to use this? And we're ready. Like we're ready. Holy Spirit, lead me. And so what happens is they put out this video, it gets thousands upon thousands of views across the region, and then people start commenting. Like there'll be hundreds of comments, and many of these comments are extremely negative, like hateful, cussing them out, just not good. But so often, this is what's really cool, is that so often the exact same person who said very negative things is then private messaging them, even going to the point of creating fake accounts as to really hide the fact that they're searching, because that's very shameful where they are. So then they're going around private messaging and saying, "Hey, actually, can you tell us more? Like we have these questions."
Wow.
And so they've trained up their people through discipleship to actually be able to answer these questions and then they even go beyond like just, okay, here's the answer. Like they if someone's asking a question or someone's arguing with them, because a lot of time the hateful person will come around and still be hateful and they just want to argue. And I've sat in a hotel room with our partner that's there, and that was the first time I got to experience that actually happening, because we've been serving them, helping them, and all these things. But then we were together, and he's showing me. He's like, "All right, Jonathan, how would you respond to this?" And I was like, "Well, you would throw this scripture at him, and you would say this and that." And he goes, "No, no, 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 we can't do that. Like we can't convince them to become a follower of Christ. I was like, "Okay, well, what do you do?" He said, "I asked them a question. I asked them a very specific question that gets them thinking and coming to their own conclusion." And so they really challenge them in those ways. And it's just incredible. The content is extremely purpose driven.
I think that's the best method here too. Like for whatever it is, it's even with sales when it comes to like our like business side of things, it's not about convincing. It's about conviction.
That's right.
So like we don't want to make some sale just to get money and then follow through. Like we want to serve more than sell. And that's what the like old definition of selling, where it's like car salesman.
Right.
But I think that like true sales is love. Like if you actually follow through with it,
It's relationship.
It's a relationship, and that's what we try to do is fulfill that. And so it's cool that they're doing that. And
and they have other things that they're doing as well. Like they have, a business there, a media business, and so they offer courses to the community, and people come in, and then through that they build great relationships and get good gospel opportunities and things like that. But they're if you want to talk about purpose-driven content, I mean, in my personal convictions, my personal opinion, there's no greater purpose than to share the love of Christ. So they are doing that, and they're doing it well. Yeah,
that's awesome.
In a very dark part of the world, very dark region.
Yeah. That's awesome. See, so it reminds me of a scripture, and I'm going to say it wrong,
Probably,
but so I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it's shine your light before men.
Yeah, let your light so shine before men that
in such a way that it glorifies,
that they see
the
your
good deeds.
They see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 15 or 25, 15, 15, 5, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah, but that verse has been on my heart lately, and because I think it can so much relate to content, and I mean the Bible's content. Think about that. Yeah. It's in written form. So God used a medium
that's right.
to be able to communicate a message to people, and video wasn't invented yet.
Right.
And I'm not saying like if Jesus came today that it would be in
right
in video or anything, like because there's still a place for the written, and all that. But
Yeah.
I do think that
That's funny.
he went to that time and place for a reason, and
Yeah, it's
now
part of his plan.
we have video, which is one of the most powerful, in a good and bad way, most powerful mediums.
Yeah.
And because it will get to people, it gets the audio, it gets the visual, it gets the feeling like you're part of something. And so it's really good, and it's really powerful for businesses. It's especially powerful to get a message out there and reach more people beyond walls in a building. But it's a both and. It's not like a either or. It's both and. So if you can do that, then it's amazing. Definitely consider using, if you're not using purpose-driven videos or content to get your message across to the audience that you're reaching, that you're trying to reach, in whatever level. That could be a ministry, it could be a business, it could be even just a personal video. If you sent a personal video to your kids, like maybe they live somewhere else and you text them that video, it would be different than what you think it might be. Because it's not the TV commercial stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It's the authentic, very personal, community-driven, purpose-driven stuff.
Yeah.
So
video is certainly the greatest medium in the world, right? So who was it? Dallas? I think it's Dallas
Jenkins.
He said using the greatest medium in the world to tell the greatest story ever told.
Yeah.
And I think that that's so powerful, and I love seeing these guys in the Middle East that are truly doing that, and telling the greatest story that exists. But yeah,
talk about being a vessel, because man, I hear so many things of like people compliment, and sometimes I used to struggle with like compliments. You're like, oh yeah, I'm like too humble to accept it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's some pride there then.
Yeah, and then it used to be pride, and it's like, dude, just accept it. Like, Jesus used you, and accept that it impacted someone through that.
That's one of our core values with our organization.
What? Not be too humble?
Humble confidence.
Oh, humble confidence.
Humble confidence.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we of course have humility. It's about others and all that, but at the same time, like, we're confident in what we do because we have Christ, and we're following his lead, and we're doing it as biblically as we can, so we can have confidence in that.
You never know the impact.
Yeah.
Like, totally. You can measure a little bit, but you don't ever totally know that Sally in the third row, was watching a video you made, and because you weren't even there, maybe, for the showing, or maybe she's in the living room watching something you made on YouTube, and you have no idea that it like really spoke to her. You never really truly know, and that's why I have that saying, keep on keeping on. It's like, keep going, because you don't know, as long as you're following and not putting out like just brain rot stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brain rot, man. It's like it's controlling the content right now,
and they do that for retention, for money. Like, the reasons are different. It's not like
trying to make a living. Maybe I don't know.
And there's an art in it, but then it's like purpose-driven art. Come on, like fulfilling. Like, when you see it, then maybe someone's life could be better because of it. And that's what I want to encourage everyone to do, is just kind of think about what you're putting out there for your business or wherever you are. Let us know in the comments what you thought about this episode. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here.
I actually got one more thing.
All right. Last thing.
Have you ever had a date?
Yeah.
You have? Describe it.
It looks like a giant cockroach.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I brought some dates back from the Middle East.
Oh, you forgot where I lived.
Yeah.
There was someone that loved dates there.
That's okay. Yeah, that's right. Where you were in Africa.
Yeah.
Do you want a date?
I also flew a plane.
Can we, as brothers, can we have a date together?
This is a hook.
Anyway, have a date.
Right.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. It's been a while, though. I only tried it once.
Now, while you're eating that, we can, like, okay, yeah, it does look like a giant cockroach, doesn't it? It really does.
I forgot there's...
No, actually, I don't think there's a pit inside that one. Or is there? Oh, okay, there is. Okay.
I fell in the pit.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you, Chris Pratt. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they're pretty good though.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad we could have this conversation. It's really cool to get on here with you, You know, and we live so far away, you know, and so it's really
So far.
yeah. I mean, because again, like you played a vital role in me being able to, you know, actually make a little side income with video and also utilize it for, you know, for ministry and to become a coach of these
That's
incredible,
awesome.
ministries that
Yeah.
are using it and utilizing it in different parts of the world. But yeah, so I appreciate that.
That's
It's
awesome.
been
Thank
fun.
you. Like,
Been fun. Thank you.
got to keep going. So
Keep on keeping on.
keep on keeping on. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Help us drive what we should do next. We're going to keep going. But if you comment and you're like, dude, I loved this, it really related to this, at this part, it'll help us drive our content to where it needs to go in the direction. So
Yeah.
thank you. And as always, keep on keeping on.